My name is Ava Thompson, 29 years old, and today is my belated birthday, January 8th. In Portland, Christmas still lingers everywhere. White LED string lights wrapped around the trunks of fir trees along the sidewalks, their glow shimmering on the rain-slick pavement. The air is biting cold, carrying faint whiffs of fresh pine and wood smoke through the cracked window of my car. I'm driving my old Honda Civic from my tiny apartment in East Portland, crossing the Hawthorne Bridge toward West Hills, where my family is waiting. I didn't want to go. Really, I didn't. But Sophie, my cousin, the only one in this family who still treats me like a real person, texted me privately. "It's just one dinner. Your mom's trying. I'll be there." So I put on a simple black wool dress, dabbed on a little mascara, and told myself that at least there would be good food.
The gastropub my mom chose sits on a gentle slope, its amber neon sign reading "The Rusty Anchor." Inside, it's warm, filled with the smells of browned butter, bacon, and craft beer. Dim golden lighting, exposed brick walls, long communal wooden tables. I push open the door, the wind chimes jingling. The family table is at the far corner, long and loud. My mom, Karen, is seated at the head like a queen, her highlighted blonde hair pulled into a high bun, laughing so loudly that the whole place turns to look. Next to her is Maddie, my 26-year-old sister, phone held high, filming a TikTok, the screen light reflecting off her flawless, filtered face. My dad, Greg, sits opposite, shoulders slightly hunched, quietly sipping an IPA, eyes on his phone as if he's just a random guest.
Uncle Derek, Mom's brother, is mid-story, talking loudly about how tough sales used to be, gesturing wildly and sloshing his beer. And Sophie, at the end, sees me and smiles warmly, her eyes saying, "You've got this." "The birthday girl's here," Mom calls out, standing just enough to air kiss my cheek. "You look nice. Finally wearing something a little feminine instead of just hoodies, huh?" I force a smile, glancing down at my wool dress and leather boots. It's not the first time she said that. I slide into the empty seat next to Sophie. She secretly squeezes my hand under the table for a second. Maddie barely looks up from her phone. "Oh my God, this new filter is amazing," she giggles, turning the screen toward Mom. Dinner unfolds like always. Mom bragging about Maddie's recent promotion to marketing coordinator in Seattle and her upcoming sponsor trip to Maui. Uncle Derek recounting how a former coworker couldn't handle the pressure and quit. Mom looks at me, her tone sweet but sharp. "And you, still doing that drawing on the computer thing? When are you going to apply to a real agency for a stable job?" Dad just mumbles, "Happy birthday, kiddo," then goes back to his beer. I poke at my salad, trying to swallow the familiar words. I'm a freelance illustrator working with small publishers and indie studios. Not glamorous, not stable, but it's mine. Maddie has sponsor deals, high salary, and Mom always holds her up as the example. Then the lights dim a little. Servers start approaching, singing happy birthday awkwardly. I look up, my heart warming slightly. At least they're bringing a cake. A white platter is set in front of me. There are sparklers. There is one single candle, slightly crooked. But it's only half a cake. Half a chocolate cake left! The cut side jagged as if sawed in haste, buttercream smeared messily, crumbs stuck to the empty part of the plate. The other half is simply gone, leaving a stark white void on the porcelain. The table falls silent for a second, then erupts in laughter. "Oh my God, Mom!" Maddie squeals, phone already pointed straight at my face, filming in slow motion. "What is this?" Mom places a hand over her chest, feigning innocence and pride at the same time. "I saw it in the clearance section at the bakery near home. Someone returned it, probably ordered the wrong size. It's still perfectly good, why waste it? Saved me $20. Uncle Derek slaps the table, laughing until his face is red. Classic Thompson move, second-hand cake, peak sustainability. Maddie zooms in on my face. Guys, look at Ava's reaction, priceless.
Half cake challenge, family prank.
The laughter echoes. Sophie whispers beside me, "This isn't funny." but too quietly for anyone else to hear. I stare at the empty space on the platter, smeared chocolate buttercream, scattered crumbs, the single candle leaning like it's about to fall. I feel exactly like that, like half of me has been cut away long ago, and now they've brought the remainder out as public entertainment. The sweet chocolate smell suddenly feels suffocating. The laughter around me stings like needles. I don't cry. I don't scream. I just sit there, numb, feeling like half my soul has been lifted out and tossed into the clearance bin. And in that moment, I know I won't swallow it one more time. I look at the single candle on the half cake, the tiny flame flickering under the ceiling fan draft.
The laughter still rings around the table. Maddie still zooming in on my face, waiting for a priceless reaction for her reels. Mom claps, "Blow out the candle, honey. Make a wish. Maybe for a stable job this year." I take a deep breath, the cloying chocolate mixed with craft beer and Mom's expensive perfume turning my stomach. I lean in, blow gently. The candle goes out instantly, thin white smoke curling upward like a soul escaping. I smile. Not a happy smile, not a polite one. A cold, sharp smile that even I didn't know I was capable of. Maddie squeals, "Oh my God, that reaction is gold! This slow-mo is going viral!" I don't respond. I push my chair back, the legs scraping the wooden floor loudly amid the fading laughter. Sophie looks at me worriedly, mouth opening to say something, but I shake my head slightly. No need. I walk around the table to Uncle Derek. He's still chuckling hardest, face flushed from beer and pride in his little sister's money-saving prank. I lean down, close to his ear, voice low enough for only us. "I know about the insurance claim." Just 8 words, no more. I feel the change immediately. His body stiffens as if frozen. The smile dies on his lips like someone pulled the plug. His eyes widen, pupils contracting, hand gripping his beer bottle so tight the knuckles go white. He turns his head slowly, mouth slightly open, but no sound comes out except a hoarse whisper. "What?" I straightened up, look him dead in the eye, the smile still there, but now something sharper. "Enjoy the cake, Uncle Derek." Then I turn away. Mom calls after me, voice rising with a hint of panic. "Ava, where are you going? We're just getting started." Maddie's still filming. "Wait, this is even funnier, guys." I don't stop. I walk past the other tables, past the whispers of diners, past the curious glance of the server holding an empty beer tray. I push open the main door, the wind chimes jingling one last time, and step into the Portland night. Rain. Of course, rain. Fine, cold droplets slanting onto my windshield. I sit in the driver's seat, slam the door, hands trembling slightly, but not from fear. My heart pounds hard, like it wants to break out of my chest, but my mind is clearer than it has been in years. For the first time in forever. I turn on the wipers. They sweep away the streaks, leaving the glass crystal clear. I look out at West Hill streets, craftsman houses warmly lit, Christmas trees still strung with lights in the yards. Everything looks so normal, so perfect. But I know inside those houses, there are secrets too, invisible cuts. I drive downhill, through wet streets reflecting neon.
The radio plays an old indie rock song, the singer's raspy voice singing about leaving everything behind. I don't turn it up, just let it murmur like the rain. I think about the years, family dinners where I was always the problem, advice that was really criticism, times I blamed myself for not being good enough, stable enough, like Maddie. I swallowed it all, smiled through it, told myself that was family love. But tonight, with the smeared half-chocolate cake in front of me, I realize love never intentionally makes you feel worth only half. I cross the Burnside Bridge, the dark Willamette below sparkling with city lights. My phone in my bag starts buzzing nonstop. Mom, then Maddie, probably Uncle Derek. I don't check. I just drive, letting the rain wash everything away. Back at my small apartment in East Portland, I park, sit in the car a long while.
Rain patters steadily on the roof, like slow applause for a decision I just made. I don't cry, I don't scream, I just exhale long and deep, and for the first time in years, I feel like I've reclaimed the missing half of myself. 3 days before that dinner, I was curled up in my tiny studio in East Portland. The room barely fits a Wacom desk, shelves crammed with art books, and an old sofa that doubles as a bed on deadline nights. Outside the window, January drizzle fell softly, streetlights casting yellow pools on Southeast Division. I'd just finished a 14-hour stretch on a children's book illustration project, eyes stinging, neck stiff. The client was an indie publisher in Brooklyn, paying enough to cover this month's rent with a little left for Stumptown coffee. Not a grand dream, but mine. My phone buzzed on the desk. A private message from Sophie. Hey, Ava.
Mom's planning something nice for your birthday. Just show up, okay? I'll be there. Promise. I stared at the screen a long time. Sophie and I have a Proudit group chat since college, just the two of us, no one else in the family invited. It's where we share everything, Spotify playlists to family disappointments. I knew what something nice for Mom meant, a dinner where I'd be compared again. Maddie just signed a long-term deal with a clean beauty brand, high pay, press trips, constant Instagram stories. And me? Still the kid drawing on computers, still freelancing, still no full health insurance, still in a one-bedroom my mom calls a phase that's lasted too long. I typed and deleted several times. Really don't want to go, Sophie. Last Christmas, Mom still said I should apply for graphic design at Uncle Derek's insurance company. Sophie replied instantly, I know.
I'm tired too, but if you don't go, Mom will say you're cold, don't value family. I'll sit next to you. I'll defend you. Just one dinner. Then we escape for craft beer somewhere. I'm buying. I laughed alone in the dark room. Sophie is the only one in the family who sees me as a real artist. She bought my first print at a local art fair, hung it in her living room, even though her mom called it a bit too abstract. Sophie works as a nurse at OHSU Hospital, sees enough human pain, so she can't stand my mom's love with strings style. I remembered last year's late birthday, also because everyone was busy. Mom hosted at home. Maddie brought an expensive French bakery cake. I got a Target sweater with advice to dress more professionally for interviews. I smiled, took group photos, posted a story family first, Polly, while inside wanting to smash the cake against the wall.
But Sophie was there. She texted me the whole time. You're 100 times prettier than Maddie when you're not trying. And when everyone left, Sophie stayed to clean up, we drank cheap wine and laughed late about Mom posting stories of Maddie in business class while I struggled with medical bills. I looked at Sophie's message again. She never pressures, just gently reminds she'll be there. For me, that's enough. I typed back. Okay, I'll go, but you owe me a double IPA at Breakside Brewery afterward. Sophie sent a heart sticker and, deal, you'll be fine. I'm proud of you every day. I turned off the studio light, lay on the sofa, staring at the cracked ceiling. Part of me still feared more hurt, feared pretending again, but a smaller part hoped faintly. Maybe this time is different. Maybe Mom really wants to do something kind. Maybe. I didn't know that hope would be cut in half just 3 days later, along with a chocolate cake left with only one half. I sit down next to Sophie, the smell of grilled meat and craft beer hitting me. The rusty anchor is busy enough that our table's laughter doesn't feel out of place, but noisy enough for sharp words to slip in unnoticed by anyone else. Mom, Karen, is at her peak. She's wearing a camel cashmere sweater, pearl necklace glinting under the neon. She raises her red wine glass, beaming at Maddie. Come on, tell everyone about the Hawaii trip. The brand's covering everything, business class flights to a 5-star resort. Maddie, with perfect balayage hair and expensive no-makeup makeup, leans in immediately, phone already up. It's honestly crazy, guys. I just signed a long-term deal with a clean beauty skincare brand. They're flying me to Maui for content shoots. Everything paid. I just live my best life. She does a quick spin for the table. TikTok filter sparkling. Hashtag sponsored life. Hashtag Maui bound. Uncle Derek slaps the table. That's what I call success. Back when I was in sales, I drove all over Oregon in rain, cold calling all day, overtime every weekend. Kids these days have it easy. Just film videos and money rolls in. He glances at me, the look saying, "What about you?" I stab my salad, trying not to notice. Mom jumps in, tone sweet as honey, but I know there's ice underneath. Yes, Maddie's working so hard. Only 26 and already coordinator level. Great salary and bonuses. I'm so proud. She turns to me, smile intact. And you, still drawing on the computer? When are you going to apply to a big agency for steady pay, full benefits? Freelancing forever like this. If you get sick, where's the money coming from? I swallow a bite of lettuce, keeping my voice even. I'm doing okay, Mom. This month I finished a children's book project for a New York publisher. They loved it, talking long-term contract. Mom nods, but her eyes already shift to Maddie. That sounds nice, but stability is what matters, honey. Maddie has 401k, dental insurance, everything. I just want the best for you. Uncle Derek chimes in, slurring slightly after his third beer. Exactly. Back when I hurt my back in that car accident, off work for months, lucky company insurance covered it all. Kids today want remote work, mental health days, quit at the first pressure. Too soft.
He glances at me again, as if I'm the poster child for soft. I grip my fork under the table. Sophie secretly touches my hand, a light squeeze. I'm here. Dad, Greg, has been silent, occasionally sipping. He looks up, low voice. "Happy birthday, kiddo." Then back to his beer like the whole world is in it. Maddie's still filming everyone. She zooms on Mom, on Uncle Derek laughing loud, on Dad nodding. When the camera sweeps past me, she tilts it slightly, just enough to crop me out. This new filter is gorgeous, makes everyone's skin glow. She posts the story right at the table. #family-dinner, #blessed. Mom claps. "Let's get a group photo. Ava, smile." I lean in reluctantly. Flash. Maddie posts instantly to Instagram, the whole family beaming, me slightly blurry in the corner.
Celebrating Big Sis's day with the best fam. I glance at the photo on Maddie's screen for a second, then look away. Sophie whispers, "You're 100 times prettier than them." Mains arrive. Wagyu burger for Maddie and Mom, medium rare steak for Uncle Derek, grilled chicken salad for me, the healthy choice Mom ordered without asking. The smell of grilled meat and truffle fries makes my stomach growl, but I eat slowly, trying to ignore the conversation circling Maddie. "Our girl has her own team now," Mom brags to Uncle Derek, "managing content for 3 big brands." Uncle Derek nods. Talented. If I was young again, I'd be an influencer too. Maddie giggles. "Uncle, you're too old. You need to be young and aesthetic for high engagement." They laugh loud. I stab a piece of chicken, trying to swallow. Sophie kicks my foot under the table, eyebrow raised. "You okay?" I nod slightly. Really not okay at all, but I'm used to it. Used to being the problem in the family. Used to Maddie's success measuring my failure. Used to Dad's silence, Mom's "I just want the best," and everyone else pretending not to see. But tonight, under the warm wool and dim yellow neon, the hidden knives cut deeper than usual. I feel like a stranger at my own birthday party, invited out of obligation, not because they actually want me there. And I don't know that in just minutes, they'll bring out something sharper than all those words. I'm pushing forkfuls around my salad, trying to focus on the tangy vinaigrette and grilled chicken, when the lights in the rusty anchor suddenly dim. Not romantic dim, but awkward, like someone turned the dimmer without confidence. The background indie rock fades, replaced by a whispered local cover of Happy Birthday from the speakers, the singer slightly off-key. The table goes quiet. I look up, heart lifting a little. Maybe this is the surprise Sophie promised. Maybe Mom really did something kind. A full cake, 29 candles, fresh cream, sincere wishes. I glance at Sophie. She smiles encouragingly, eyes sparkling under the neon. Then 3 servers approach, 2 young waitresses in black aprons and a tall bartender carrying a silver tray. They sing along, voices awkward, as if they know something's off, but try to stay professional. Happy birthday to you. They hit a sour note on you, and I see the lead waitress glance down at the tray, brow furrowing. The tray is placed in front of me with a soft clink.
Sparklers! Small sticks bursting into golden sparks, lighting everyone's faces around the table. I smile instinctively, waiting. Then I look down. Half a cake. Just half a local bakery chocolate cake. I recognize the tiny logo on the white porcelain plate. The remaining half is cut sloppily, as if someone used a dull knife in anger. The cut side jagged, chocolate buttercream oozing messily, crumbs stuck to the empty platter. The other half, gone completely, leaving stark white emptiness. Only one single candle stuck crookedly in the middle of what's left, the flame tiny and wavering, like it might die. The server's song ends abruptly, awkwardly. The waitress smiles forcedly. Happy birthday, enjoy. Then they retreat fast, as if knowing this isn't a worthy surprise. The table's silent one long second. I can hear rain pattering on the window and whispers from the next table.
Then Mom breaks it with loud laughter, clapping the wooden table. "Oh my God, look at this! It's vintage cake! Sustainable to the max!" she exclaims, voice like a reality TV host. "I saw it in the clearance section at the bakery. Someone returned it. Wrong size probably. I thought, why not bring it for you? Save $20 and eco-friendly too. Zero waste, right?" Uncle Derek laughs immediately, slapping the table so his beer sloshes. "Ha ha! Classic Thompson. Second-hand cake. Who says birthdays need to be fancy? Back in my day, we barely had cake, and you kids get this luxury." Maddie had her phone out the second the sparklers lit. She's filming reels instantly, professional angle with warm glow filter, slow zoom on the cake, then pan to my face. "Guys, check this out. Mom's epic fail or win. Half cake for the win."
She giggles high-pitched, and I see likes jumping as she posts live. Laughter spreads like a wave. Dad, Greg, gives a polite chuckle to join in, then back to his beer. Sophie sits frozen, face flushed, mouth open to say something, but only shakes her head, hand clenched under the table. Then, from the next table, a family with 2 young kids eating nuggets, a 6-year-old boy, ketchup on his face, suddenly yells, "Half cake! That's half cake!" The shout echoes in the pub, innocent and loud enough to silence the room. First that table, then spreading. Young couples turn, a group of millennials pause mid-food photo, even the bartender looks over. Eyes turn to us. Not curious fun, but what's going on, mixed with pity. A girl near the window whispers to her friend, "Is that intentional?" I feel every stare like needles. They pierce my skin, my chest, the void the cake represents. The chocolate smell now suffocating, too sweet till I want to gag. Crumbs sparkling under dying sparklers. And I think of past birthdays. 25, Mom gave a notebook for job idea sketches. 28, Maddie bragged Louis Vuitton sponsor gift while I got gym voucher because you need to stay healthy. And now, half cake, the perfect symbol of my place in this family. Always trimmed, always the leftover. But I don't cry. I don't scream. I stay calm. A cold, deep calm, like the frozen Willamette under winter snow. I look around. Mom still laughing, hand on thigh. Maddie zooming closer for reaction gold. Uncle Derek wiping laugh tears. Dad avoiding my eyes by staring at rain-streaked window. Sophie whispers in my ear, "Ava, don't let them." But I shake my head slightly. It's okay. Not now. I lean down, blow out the single candle. White smoke rises, mixing with the damp pub air. Sparklers die, leaving sulfur scent. I smile. Not real, but the smile of someone who just realized the joke is over. And in that moment, amid rising laughter again and stares from the whole pub, I know I won't play by their rules anymore. Not from today, not from this half cake. I look at the half chocolate cake in front of me. Buttercream running down the white platter, crumbs scattered like pieces of my own self-respect. Laughter still rising around the table.
Mom recounting her saving money story enthusiastically, Maddie zooming closer, waiting for drama reaction for reels, Uncle Derek wiping laugh tears, Dad just looking at his beer like he wants no part. Maddie pushes the platter toward me, fake sweet voice. "Have a bite, sis. Vintage cake, exclusive." She giggles, screen filter making everything prettier than reality. I look her straight in the eye, then shake my head lightly. "No thanks, I'm full." My voice calm, even, but clear enough for the whole table. Laughter fades. Mom frowns. "Hey, what's wrong? It's just a joke. Eat, don't overreact." I don't answer. I push my chair back, legs scraping wood loudly in the sudden quiet. Sophie looks at me wide-eyed, mouth opening, but I smile lightly at her. A real smile, the first tonight. I walk around the table to Uncle Derek. He's still chuckling, face flushed from beer and pride in his sister's prank. I lean down, close to his ear, voice whisper low for only us. "I know about the insurance claim." Just 8 words, nothing more. I feel the change instantly. His body freezes solid. Smile dies like someone unplugged it. Eyes widen, pupils shrink. Hand gripping beer bottle, knuckles white, beer sloshing over the rim unnoticed. He turns slowly, mouth slightly open, only a hoarse whisper. "What?" I straighten, look him dead in the eye one last second, then loud enough for the table. "Enjoy the cake, Uncle Derek. Thanks for dinner, everyone. I'm good." I turn, walk away. Mom calls after, voice high with panic edge. "Ava, where are you going? We haven't even cut the cake." Maddie still filming. "Wait, plot twist, guys." But their voices fade behind. I push the main door, wind chimes jingling final time. Cold night air of Portland winter hits my face. Fine rain, wind from the Willamette carrying damp earth and leftover pine from Christmas. I step onto the sidewalk, not running, not rushing, just steady steps on wet pavement reflecting neon. Rain falls on my hair, shoulders, soaking wool cold into skin. But I don't feel cold. I feel free. For the first time in years. I walk to my parking spot, open the Honda Civic door, sit in driver's seat. Rain drumming roof like slow drum roll. I don't start the engine yet. I sit, hands on wheel, breathing deep. Heart still pounding, but not fear or anger anymore. It's the beat of someone who just cut the rope tying them for years. Phone in my bag starts buzzing nonstop. Mom, Maddie, probably Uncle Derek. I don't check. I just look out at West Hill streets. Warm lit houses, Christmas trees still strung outside. Everything looks peaceful, but I know now, in that pub, chaos seed is planted. And I'm no longer the one shielding it. I start the engine, wipers clearing the windshield. I drive downhill, away from the warm party lights, toward East Portland, my small apartment, my own studio, and a future without pretending. Rain keeps falling, but this time I let it wash everything clean. 5 months before that birthday dinner, I was sitting in Mom's kitchen in suburban Beaterton, late August sunlight streaming through big windows onto the shiny granite counter. The smell of Starbucks coffee from her Nespresso machine lingered, mixed with lemon-scented cleaner she used that morning. On the table, a pile of old electronics dragged from the hall closet. Tangled cords, cracked screen iPad, and center stage, an aging 2015 MacBook Pro, fan whirring like a helicopter. "I'm going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace," Mom said, setting a second coffee beside me. "But it's so slow. Fan sounds like it's about to explode. You're the tech-savvy one in the family. Can you wipe it clean? Oh, and save my medical folders, just in case." I nodded, used to it. I'm always the tech person, fixing Wi-Fi to reinstalling software from Maddie when she ruins her MacBook Air downloading sketchy apps. Little tasks no one notices until missing. I open the lid, wait for slow boot. Desktop appears, hundreds of cluttered icons, old screenshots, folders of last year's cruise photos Mom still brags about on Instagram. I start cleaning, dragging unneeded files to trash, backing up family photos to the external drive she gave me. Then I open mail to check for anything important to save. A folder named Medical Derek, starred gold, sitting bold among others. I figured it was medical bills from Uncle Derek's car accident last year, the one he retells at every family meal about his bad back and long leave. I click it. Emails from over a year ago. First subject, FW, hospital invoice, edited version, from Mom to Uncle Derek. I open it.
Mom forwarded an original hospital bill, then wrote below, I edited the numbers like you said, bumped up physical therapy and MRI a bit. This should definitely push payout higher. My heart thumps hard. I scroll down. Attachments. Original PDF bill and edited. Numbers clearly changed. Visit dates shifted back. Therapy sessions doubled. Another email from Derek. You're a lifesaver, Karen. Thank you. When the money comes, I'll take care of your share. No one needs to know. Mom replies, family, bro. Just act hurt good. Keep complaining about your back if insurance calls to check. I sit frozen, hands ice cold on trackpad. I scroll more. Photos of Uncle Derek grinning in front of a brand new wooden cabin at Lake Tahoe, beer in hand. Caption to Mom, finally living the dream. Mom replies with heart and smile emojis. You deserve it after everything.
Then another email. Mom to Aunt Lisa, her own sister. Sis, family fund is tight this year. Derek's accident ate most of it. Understand, we'll make up next year. Aunt Lisa short reply. I get it. I just need enough for my next chemo round. I remember. Aunt Lisa fighting stage 3 breast cancer. She asked for help from the family fund. Money everyone contributes for medical emergencies. Mom said, it's gone. Everyone nodded sympathetically because Derek was hurt so bad. But here, in front of me, proof. $180,000 from insurance. Not ordinary accident, but deliberate fraud. I'm no lawyer, but I know this isn't minor editing. It's forging bills, inflating injury, defrauding insurance for big payout, then using it for vacation cabin while lying to own sister needing cancer treatment money. I sit a long time, MacBook screen burning under palms. Part of me wants to storm living room where Mom watches HTTV on big TV, shove screen in her face, ask how she dares call me irresponsible while doing this. Ask if she thought about Aunt Lisa postponing chemo because fund empty. But the other part, fear, freezes me. I know the script. Mom will say I'm misunderstood, that everyone does it, that don't be dramatic, that you're starting family trouble. Everyone will side with Mom, call me ungrateful, cut contact like they did other relatives who spoke truth. I'll be the betrayer, Mom and Derek still the victims. So I do the only thing possible without losing myself completely. I open notes, screenshot every email, edited bills to cabin photos, Derek's thanks to Mom's lie to Aunt Lisa. I email them to myself, save to private Google Drive with 2-factor. Then back to Mom's MacBook, clear history, close folder, continue wipe like nothing happened. When Mom returns to kitchen, I hand the laptop, smile. All done, Mom, clean and ready to sell. She kisses my cheek. You're the best. What would I do without you? I smile back, thinking, probably not commit insurance fraud so sloppily. I carry that secret home, heavy as a rock in my chest. I tell myself it's not my business. Confronting would only cost me family with no change. I tell myself everyone would blame me, not the liars. Until birthday night, when Mom places half chocolate cake in front of me and turns me into public joke. Then the rock no longer stays buried. I carry that secret home like a heavy rock in my chest. The days after, I still live normally, or try. I wake in my small East Portland apartment, brew local bean pour-over coffee, open Wacom and illustrate next project. I meet clients on Zoom, smile talking concept art, deadlines, feedback. I walk along the Willamette when rain stops, listen to art podcasts. From outside, everything looks fine. But inside, the rock keeps grinding. I convince myself hundreds of times, it's not my business. I'm not police, lawyer, judge. Speaking up would tear the family, and I'd be blamed.
Mom would cry, say I misunderstood, that everyone does it to survive unfair insurance system. Uncle Derek would rage, call me ungrateful kid. Maddie would post vague stories about family betrayal with inspirational quotes. Dad, silent as always. Aunt Lisa might learn truth, but worth losing everyone else? I tell myself silence protects family. Keeping secret is adult responsibility. I'm not strong enough to confront. I even avoid Mom more. Excuses about deadlines, portfolio, freelance life, no schedule. When Sophie checks in our private chat, I reply short. I'm okay, just tired. But the rock doesn't shrink. It grows with every avoided family meal, every Maddie Instagram story of perfect life, every mom call asking, when will you settle with real job? I start dreaming the emails, altered numbers, Tahoe cabin sun glinting while Aunt Lisa delays chemo. I wake at night, heart racing, cold sweat. I wonder who I'm protecting. Mom from consequences? Derek from prison? Happy family image on social media? Or just myself from loneliness of family turning away? Then September passes, October, November. Christmas comes. Big meal at Mom's with real tall ceiling tree, expensive gifts for Maddie. For me, new printer with advice to print resumes for jobs. I smile. Group photos, post story, family time. But the rock now too heavy to breathe. Then, late January birthday. When Mom places smeared half-chocolate cake before me, when table laughs loud, when Maddie films reels waiting my reaction, when boy next table yells, half cake, and whole pub looks, the rock shatters. Not shatter with crying, screaming, table flipping. It shatters cold, clear. In that moment, amid laughter and stranger pity stares, I see clearly. Silence isn't protecting family. Silence only protects the harm doers. Mom from responsibility, Derek from consequences, Maddie from admitting her sister deserves kindness too. Silence makes me accomplice, makes me leftover, trimmed part, worth only half. I realize all these years I've self-trimmed to keep family picture whole. I swallowed criticism, smiled through comparisons, accepted problem child role so others could be good ones. And they happily used me as shield, as negative example for Maddie to shine, anger dump for Mom to feel just wanting best. But that half cake was final drop. Not just saving money joke. Perfect symbol how they see me. Not worth full cake. Not worth sincere wish. Not worth full human treatment. When I whisper 8 words to Uncle Derek's ear, when I stand and walk out into cold Portland rain, I no longer carry the rock. I decide no more covering. Not one more day. Not because I want them to suffer, but because I realize every silence, I agree my dignity worth less than their comfort. I no longer want to live with only half a soul. 2 weeks after the birthday dinner, my phone buzzes like a timed bomb. I sat silent next day, but screen still lights nonstop. Missed calls from Mom, Maddie, unknown number I know was Uncle Derek's work phone. Messages flood like January Portland rain. Thick, heavy, increasingly panicked. First Mom. Long messages, starting familiar, sweet tone. Ava, are you okay? Mom's so worried. You left suddenly, everyone's shocked. Call Mom, let's talk. Then, when no reply, shifts to blame. You made Mom so sad. Just small joke. You're grown. Why so sensitive? By day 3, video call. I let ring, listen voicemail. Voice trembling, holding tears. Ava, what did you say to Uncle Derek? He's panicked, calling Mom nonstop. Don't overreact, old stuff. Just paperwork adjustments. Everyone does it to survive harsh insurance system. Come home. Mom make whole cake to make up. Paperwork adjustments. I replay voicemail. Laugh dryly, alone in dark apartment. That's how she calls forging hospital bills, inflating injury, scamming $180,000 insurance for Derek's Tahoe cabin. Maddie calls next. Her message is shorter, sharper. Sis, what are you doing? Mom crying nonstop. Uncle Derek's stressed bad. What did you say to him? He's freaking. Stop, drama queen, okay? Then video call from Maddie. I answer, curious.
She appears with luxurious Seattle bedroom background, hair high bun, no makeup but glow from filter. "Ava, seriously? You're tearing the family apart over nothing," she says soon as I answer, high TikTok voice. "Just cake prank. You walk out mid-dinner, embarrass everyone in pub, now threaten Uncle Derek something? He says you know about insurance, trying to destroy family because jealous?" I calm. "Not prank, Maddie. Not nothing. You know what Uncle Derek used insurance money for." She glares through screen. "Who cares? Old story."
Uncle real accident? Just edit paper little for fair payout. Everyone does. Want mom breakdown? Want Uncle Derek trouble real? You selfish. I hang up. No more arguing. Uncle Derek, no direct call. Text from unknown. "Ava, we need talk. You misunderstand. Call Uncle." I block instantly. But person I answer is Aunt Lisa. Her message week 2, short, calm. Calm of someone tired, family drama. "Ava, I hear from Sophie something about Derek's accident last year. I don't want big drama, just want truth. When your mom say family fun gone because Derek, true, can I ask you direct?" I stare message long. Aunt Lisa, only family elder, never brags, never posts stories. She quietly fights cancer, delayed chemo because no fund money, while Uncle Derek posts new cabin, living my best life after accident. I reply, "Can you call?" Call lasts nearly hour. I tell everything. No embellish, no emotion. I send all screenshots, email chain, edited bills, cabin photos, mom's lie to her. Aunt Lisa listens silent, occasional sigh. When I send done, she says softly, "Thank you. I don't want drama, but I need truth to decide next step. You okay, Ava?" I say okay, but really not. 3 days later, Sophie texts, "Aunt Lisa hired lawyer. She reported insurance company. She say you only one dare speak truth." I not surprised. I only feel light, like final rock lifted from chest. Fallout spreads faster than I thought. Mom calls again, no longer sweet. "Ava, what did you send Sister Lisa? She making big deal. You want destroy family real? I do everything for everyone. Now you betray mom, why?" Maddie posts vague story. Black and white photo quote, "When someone you love becomes a stranger." Sad acoustic music. Uncle Derek finally calls own number. "Ava, what you doing? Lawyer called me already. You want me lose everything? Just family help." I answer no one. I just block, then keep drawing. Lines clearer than ever. Insurance company starts investigation. They call hospitals, verify bills, check dates, request originals. Uncle Derek tries vague TikTok. Haters gonna hate, but views drop badly. And I, first time in years, sleep well without dreaming those emails. 3 weeks after the birthday dinner, on a gray, drizzly Saturday afternoon in Portland, pounding knocks startle me from my drawing table. I'm finishing a children's book illustration, soft lines of a forest bunny under moonlight, when the sound comes, strong and patient. I look through people. Mom's standing there. Karen Thompson, hair, high bun, slightly messy, light mascara smudge under eyes. Wearing Burberry trench, she brags on Instagram. She clutches big purse, shoulders trembling slightly, but eyes still sharp as always. No warning, no text, nothing. I open door crack, block with body. "What are you doing here?" She looks at me, eyes red instantly. Familiar act I've seen since childhood. "Ava, Mom has to see you. Open door, raining cold." I don't move. "You can stay here." She sighs, voice trembling. "My daughter, why you do this to Mom? Sister Lisa making big issue. Lawyers calling Mom nonstop. Derek stressed, can't sleep. All because you sent those old emails. You want destroy family real?" I hold door, voice calm. "I didn't destroy anything. I just sent truth to person lied to." She switches tone instantly, from crying to blaming, quick as flipping coin. Truth? You call that truth? Just helping mom's brother hard time. Derek real accident, only edit paper little so insurance pay fair. Everyone does, Ava. Insurance scams people all time. Mom just take back little justice for family. She steps forward, tries push door wider. "Open door, honey. We go inside, talk proper. Mom drove from Beaverton in rain. Just worry you." I hold position, first time in life not yielding. "No, Mom. We talk here or not at all."
She freezes, eyes wide like can't believe. You kicking Mom out? I'm setting boundary, I say, voice steady though heart pounding. You and Uncle Derek defrauded insurance, took money should go family fund, money Aunt Lisa needed for treatment. You lied own sister, used it by cabin for Derek vacation, not edit paper little. That's fraud. She shakes head hard, tears flow. This time seem real. You don't understand, Ava.
Mom, Carrie, whole family. Derek, no one else. Little Maddie, just starting. Your dad, he never help. Mom do everything for all us. For all us? I laughed dryly. You did for you and Derek. What about Aunt Lisa? What about me? You always call me irresponsible, choose freelance career, but you forge bills, take insurance money. You want me stable, but you risk whole family reputation for Tahoe cabin? She stiffens, voice low. Don't say that. I, your mother, I have right. No, I cut. First time straight without fear. You no right use me shield. No right turn my birthday public joke, hide your guilt. I silent too long, and silence only help you keep pretending everything fine. She looks at me, red eyes, mouth open, no words. Then whisper, you choose Sister Lisa over own mother? I choose truth over keep pretending, I answer. I choose myself, first time.
I close door, gentle but firm. Lock click clear in old apartment hallway. I stand back against door, hear Mom outside long time. Sighs, soft crying, then footsteps fading downstairs. I slide floor, sit, hands tremble light. Not fear, but finally did what never dared. Boundary with person controlled me 29 years. That night, phone buzzes. Not Mom, not Maddie, Dad. I answer, his voice low, hesitant. Ava, you okay? I'm okay, Dad. He's silent long. I hear TV background lower. He probably in old office, where he hides when Mom angry. Your mom just home. She cry a lot. I say nothing. He sighs. I read report from Sister Lisa lawyer. I didn't know details. I thought just real accident. Your mom helped Derek paperwork. I didn't ask much, because I didn't want no. He pauses, voice hoarse. I'm sorry, Ava. Sorry, silent all the years.
That birthday, with cake, I should say something. Times your mom compare you, Maddie. I should defend you. I just stay out, easier. But now I tired pretending everything fine. He swallows. I proud you, Ava. You did right thing, even hard. I don't know how fix, but I don't want you think I against you. I hear if you need. I smile through phone, eyes stinging. Thanks, Dad. You don't need fix anything. Just stop pretending enough. He chuckles soft, tired but real. Yeah, I'll try. Call ends. I sit small apartment, rain still falling window, but this time I no longer feel cold. I close door on fake past, and for the first time, real door opens to myself. 7 months after that fateful birthday dinner, I sit in my new office at a renowned design studio in Portland's Pearl District.
Rare summer sunlight streams through big windows onto my iMac screen, where I'm refining an illustration campaign for a local coffee brand. Colleagues around laugh about new project, and for the first time, I feel I belong. Not because high salary or full benefits, but because they see my talent, not wasted potential. The insurance company issued official conclusion in June. Report emailed from Aunt Lisa. Fraud confirmed clearly. Uncle Derek and Mom listed co-conspirators. Forging bills, inflating injury, organized scam. Derek repay entire $180,000 plus penalties. Total nearly $220,000. His retail employer fired immediately. Ethical violation. Tahoe cabin, his pride, seized for repayment. His wife, Aunt Janet, filed divorce 2 weeks later. Per Sophie family gossip, she said, I didn't sign up married to scammer. Mom not hit as hard as Derek, but not unscathed. $15,000 fine and official record note. For Mom, Money not biggest issue. Reputation is. She lost chair position local women's group in Beaverton, where she organized charity events and posted Facebook photos. People start avoiding at Costco. No more book club invites. White Pearl Range Rover, status symbol she story bragged, sold pay lawyer fees. Now she drives old Honda CRV, and Sophie says she posts online far less. And me? Life never clearer, lighter. I got accepted studio. After interview, I once thought dream only. They praise portfolio, has soul, own story, not potential or should do stable graphic. Pay enough, move 2-bedroom southeast apartment. Big windows overlooking Willamette River. Mornings, I open curtains, watch river sparkle sun. Brew coffee, new kitchen. No longer temporary feel. One July afternoon, doorbell rings. I open, see a large package from my favorite bakery. Small Hawthorne spot, handmade chocolate cake. Inside, full intact cake. Buttercream smooth, no cut. On top, white icing, simple words. You deserve the whole thing. No signature, but I know Sophie and not Lisa. I stand a long time, eyes stinging, then cut first slice. Rich chocolate, just sweet, no mess, no lack. A few days later, Dad visits. He drives old pickup, brings tiny cactus pot on passenger seat. He stands at the door, slightly awkward, hair grayer. I hear you like easy care plants, he says, handing pot. Sales lady said this one unkillable, even forget water. We sit new sofa, drink local IPA. He looks river window. I read whole report. Ashamed, really. I should know, should ask. Instead, stay out. He pauses, hoarse. I'm proud of you, Ava. You did right, though hard. I smile. Thanks, Dad. He no excuse for Mom, no ask forgive her. He just sits, acknowledges mess, and first time, I feel he truly on my side. Mom still sends occasional long messages about one-time mistake, about I did from love, about you my flesh blood. I don't reply. No anger, no guilt, just silence. Because I understand now. No one tells you standing up to family how hard, but freedom after how real. I didn't destroy good family. I just stopped maintaining fake one, where love comes conditions, where truth trimmed keep image.
Now I have space live true. Draw what I love. Love people who see whole me. Eat entire chocolate cake, share no one but myself. If you ever sat before half cake and heavy secret, would you keep covering for fake peace or stand up knowing everything changed forever? I chose, and first time 29 years, I feel whole.